Somewhere in the Virunga Mountains of Central Africa, a group of about 12 gorillas is moving through the forest. From the outside, they look like a family. From the inside, they are a precisely ranked society, and where you sit in that society determines almost everything about your daily life: what you eat, when you eat it, where you sleep, whether you reproduce, and how long you're likely to survive. Which raises an obvious question: what is it actually like to be each of them? Hi, I'm Mara, and this is Microplanet. Let's start at the top. You are the silverback. You are a fully mature male, probably between 15 and 35 years old, weighing close to 200 kilograms. You are the center of gravity of this entire group. Every other gorilla organizes their behavior around you. You decide when the group moves, where it travels, and when it stops to feed. You sleep in the best location, eat first, and have exclusive reproductive access to the females in the group. You are also responsible for defending every member of this group against leopards, rival silverbacks, and humans, a job that requires you to place yourself between the threat and everyone else. The power is real. So is the cost. You carry stress hormones at consistently elevated levels. You will spend years as the target of younger males trying to displace you. When you eventually lose your position, and you will, your odds of survival drop sharply. Being the silverback is the best position in the group, and one of the most dangerous. Now you are a blackback, a younger adult male, probably between 8 and 12 years old, not yet silver, not yet dominant. You exist in an uncomfortable middle position. You're large enough to be a threat, which means the silverback watches you carefully and will discipline you if you overstep. You're not dominant enough to reproduce, which means your primary biological drive is being suppressed indefinitely. Your strategy is patience and positioning, staying close enough to the silverback to learn from him, useful enough to the group to be tolerated, careful enough not to trigger his aggression. Some blackbacks eventually inherit leadership of the group when the silverback dies. Others leave and spend years as solitary males before finding or forming their own group. The waiting is the job. Now you are a high-ranking female. In gorilla society, females are not simply subordinate to the silverback. They have their own hierarchy among themselves, and your rank matters enormously. As a high-ranking female, you feed in preferred locations with less competition. Your offspring receive more tolerant treatment from the silverback and other group members, and you have more influence over group movement decisions than lower-ranking females. You chose to join this group. Female gorillas transfer between groups, and the silverback's quality is the primary factor in that choice. Your reproductive success is tied directly to his ability to protect the group and your ability to maintain your rank within it. Now you are a low-ranking female. You feed after the high-ranking females, in less preferred spots. Your offspring face more social aggression from other group members. You are more likely to transfer to another group if a better opportunity presents itself. Your life is not necessarily worse in absolute terms. Gorillas at the bottom of the female hierarchy still eat, still reproduce, still live within the protection of the group, but the margin is thinner, and the pressure is constant. Now you are a juvenile. You are between 3 and 6 years old, recently weaned, and navigating a social world you don't yet fully understand. You spend most of your time playing, which is not idle entertainment, but the primary mechanism by which you learn the social rules of the group, test the limits of what you can get away with, and build the relationships that will define your social standing for the rest of your life. The silverback is unusually tolerant of you. Adult females tolerate you with varying patience. Other juveniles are your main social world, and the rank you establish among them is often a preview of the rank you'll hold as an adult. Now you are an infant. You are carried by your mother for the first few months of life, nursing and sleeping, with almost no independent contact with the social world. You are the most protected member of the group. The silverback will die defending you, and also the most fragile. If your mother dies before you're weaned, your odds of survival are poor unless another female adopts you. The troop around you is the entire universe, and for now, your only job is to stay alive long enough to understand it. Which brings us back to that group in the Virunga Mountains. 12 gorillas, moving through the same forest, eating the same food, sleeping in the same area, and living 12 completely different lives, defined entirely by where they sit in a hierarchy that every one of them works constantly to maintain.